Hello students, now let us see what happens when an electric dipole is placed in a uniform electric field. Now suppose an electric dipole having charges minus q and plus q, so separated by distance 2a, is placed in an uniform electric field. You know, an uniform electric field is represented by equispaced parallel lines. See now, the space between any two lines is same. That means the electric field is uniform. So now an electric dipole is placed in an uniform electric field. You know, when a charge is placed inside an electric field, it experiences a force. Electric field is nothing but the region of influence, and when a point charge is placed inside an electric field, then it will experience a force. Now it is just a system of 2 point charges. One is minus q, other is plus q, and minus q will experience a force, plus q also will experience a force. Then let us see what happens when it is placed in the uniform electric field. First let us find the force. What is the force on charge minus q? The force on minus q is equal to minus qe. You know, E is equal to F by Q. Electric field is nothing but the force per unit charge. So if now a point charge is placed inside the electric field, it experiences a force. So now force on minus charge minus q is minus qe, and you see it is opposite to the direction of electric field because it is negative charge, and a positive charge will experience a force along the direction of the applied electric field. Then what is the force on plus q? So force on plus q is equal to plus qe. What is the net force? The net force is equal to F plus q plus F minus q is equal to 0. So the net translatory force acting on the electric dipole in an uniform electric field is 0. That's why there is no translatory motion. No translatory motion means dipole will not move. It will not have any translatory motion because net translational force is 0. So in CBSE question asked, prove that when an electric dipole is placed in an uniform electric field, there is no translatory motion. How to prove this? Just you find the force on minus q, force on plus q, then take the sum, so net force is 0. So there is no translatory motion. But these two forces are not acting along the same line. They are not linear. You see now, this is acting here, this is acting here. They are separated by some distance. You know, and their magnitude is same. Only direction is opposite. So you know, two equal and opposite forces constitute a torque. So now one force is supposed towards right, other force is towards left. If the dipole is placed here, one force is right, other force is towards left. One force in this direction, other force in this direction. So it will experience a torque. So that's why when a dipole is placed in a uniform electric field, it experiences a torque. Net force is 0, but torque it will experience. Then let us find the formula for that torque. You know the formula for torque. The torque is represented by symbol tau. The torque is equal to either force into perpendicular distance between the line of action of the two forces. Right? So torque equal to either force into the perpendicular distance. So what are the two forces? So you can write QE, it is either force, into perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance between the line of action of the two forces. It is represented by here BC. BC is the perpendicular distance. So into BC, what is the value of BC? So QE into what is the value of BC? So now take this triangle ABC and take little help of the trigonometry to find the value of BC. So in triangle I can write here, in triangle ABC, sin theta is equal to BC by AC, BC by AB, but AB is equal to 2A, so BC by 2A. So this implies BC equal to 2A sin theta. Just put the value 2A sin theta. But you know, Q into 2A nothing but the electric dipole moment of the dipole. So I can write P. So it will be equal to PE sin theta. But this torque acts in a direction perpendicular to the plane containing P and E. You know, this can be represented by a cross product. So in vector form we can write tau is equal to, in vector form we can write tau is equal to P cross E. That means the torque is perpendicular to the plane containing P and E, and the magnitude is given by tau is equal to PE sin theta. That means the torque now depends upon the dipole moment, electric field, and the angle between dipole moment and electric field. As it is a cross product, to know the direction of this torque, you can apply either right hand thumb rule or right hand screw rule. That I have shown in the diagram here. This is the direction of dipole moment. It is the direction of dipole moment, minus Q to plus Q. Then this is the direction of electric field. So this is the direction of electric field. And direction of torque is given by right hand screw rule. So what is right hand screw rule? So if you rotate a right handed screw in the direction from P to E through the smaller angle, you see, this is the smaller angle, two angles are there. This is theta, means this total angle will be 360 minus theta. But you will take the smaller angle. Remember children, you have already studied this one, right hand screw rule. If a right handed screw is rotated from P to E through the smaller angle, the direction in which the screw advances gives the direction of the torque. Now just you rotate this one, and you will see it will advance into the pitch. It is perpendicular to the plane containing P and E. This is the rule of to know the direction of cross product. So P cross, if you rotate, then it will go into the pitch. And if I rotate from E to P, it will be out of pitch. E cross P will be out of pitch. So this is your right hand screw rule. Also you can apply the right hand thumb rule. If you rotate the fingers of your right hand from P to E through the smaller angle, the stress thumb gives you the direction of the P cross E. That means torque. So if you rotate now P to E through the smaller angle, stress thumb gives you the direction of the cross product. So now here also it is shown, it can be shown it is directed into the page. So right hand thumb rule, right hand screw rule, both will give the same result. So this is how you can get the direction of the torque, and magnitude of the torque already I have given to you. Now let us see some special case, in which case torque will be maximum and in which case torque will be minimum. And when theta is equal to, case 1, when theta is equal to 0 degree or 180 degree, torque is equal to 0. That means, remember children, because nowadays MCQs are coming, so each and every point is very important for you. So special cases are very important. You will get questions based on that. And CBSE also normally asks this type of questions about the special cases. So when theta equal to 0 degree or 180 degree, theta equal to 0 degree means P is parallel to E. The dipole moment is parallel to the electric field. Or anti-parallel to E means the dipole moment is anti-parallel to the electric field. Theta equal to 180 degree. In both the cases, torque equal to 0. It will not experience any torque. That means when an electric dipole is placed parallel or anti-parallel to the direction of electric field, it will experience no torque. And when case 2, when theta equal to 90 degree, that means P is perpendicular to E. Dipole moment is perpendicular to the direction of electric field. Torque is held, means dipole is held perpendicular to the direction of electric field. Suppose directed in this direction, I will place the dipole like this. So torque will be maximum. The tau is equal to PE sin 90 degree. That means this is PE. That means that is equal to the maximum torque. So children, under what condition it will express maximum torque? When the dipole is held perpendicular to the direction of electric field, so it will experience maximum torque. So these are the two special cases. Now we can define dipole moment in terms of torque. Now let us define. So now tau is equal to P sin theta. Suppose I will say E is equal to 1, theta equal to 90 degree. Then what about tau? Tau is equal to P. Right? If I will take an uniform electric field whose magnitude is 1 and the dipole is held perpendicular to the electric field, uniform electric field of unit magnitude, then whatever torque it will experience, that gives you the dipole moment. So electric dipole moment may also be defined as, or you may say it is numerically equal to the torque experienced by an electric dipole when it is placed in a uniform electric field of unit strength and perpendicular to the electric field. Or in short you can say the electric dipole moment is numerically equal to the torque experienced by an electric dipole when placed perpendicular to an uniform electric field of unit strength. This way you can define the electric dipole moment. So this is all about your electric dipole. I have discussed the electric field due to an electric dipole at an axial point, then electric field due to dipole at an equatorial point. Then when electric dipole is placed in an uniform field, then it will experience no force and it will experience a torque. And we have calculated the torque, we have discussed the special cases. Hope all of you understood about the electric dipole. Thank you children.